and welcome back to Market Beat's Financial News and Analysis. Today, I'm welcoming back Chris Markoch, and in this video, we'll take a closer look at Chevron's financials and strategy and discuss whether or not it's a good time for investors to buy this stock. We'll also take a look at the company's investments in renewable energy and its commitment to paying dividends. So stay tuned as we dive deeper into Chevron's earnings and future prospects. Welcome back, Chris. Glad to have you join me again.
Thank you, Laycee. Good to be back.
All right, so if you've filled up your car with gas, there's no doubt you are feeling the effect of high oil prices. Chris, before we get started, any relief in sight here? My wallet is hurting just a little bit right now.
Well, I wish I would have better news for you, Laycee, but I think that you're going to expect to see higher prices for a good bit of 2023. So think about this just for a second. I guess I would look at this in terms of like a day in your life. I've already driven my car today. The furnace is running as we're taping this. I may even use a gas stove tonight. Don't tell anybody, but I may use a gas stove. And even if we were using all electric, that still requires fossil fuels. So the reality is oil is essential to everything that we do in our society and in the economy. It's not going anywhere in the United States, certainly not this year. And I haven't even really gotten into China. That's reopening, and China doesn't report their inventory levels. So a lot of analysts don't know how much crude oil China might have stockpiled. And then we still have Europe that's looking to replace their supply of oil that they're getting from Russia. Just all in all, expect oil prices to remain fairly high this year.
All right, I guess we're going to have to deal with that. Okay,
Yep.
Chris, the energy sector in particular, the oil and gas industry, earned record profits in 2022, and it looks like the trend's going to continue in 2023. Chevron was one of the aiming leaders in that group and is going to report earnings this week. Tell us what we need to know. Should investors be buying the stock?
Well, I think they should be buying the stock. Whether or not they buy it because of earnings is up to them. So here's what I think is going to happen with earnings. I think you're going to see that Chevron will report revenue and earnings that are higher on a year-over-year basis. They're probably going to be down from the prior quarter, and that's because, as we just were talking about, oil prices were down a little bit, gas prices were down a little bit heading into the holidays. So I think you'll see that reflected a little bit in Chevron's numbers, but overall, nothing to be concerned about.
So oil prices are affected by so many factors. Obviously, demand and geopolitical factors can move the price of oil up and down very quickly. How much attention do investors need to give oil prices when making a decision to take position in Chevron?
So I think a little bit of this has to do with whether or not you're looking at oil stocks as a trade or as an investment. Because when the price of a barrel of oil goes up, oil stocks go up. When the price of a barrel of oil goes down, oil stocks go down. So certainly there's reason for, if you're a person that's looking to actively trade the stock, that's really all you're looking at is where you think the price of crude's headed. If you're looking at it for more of a long-term investment, though, you want to look at it for other reasons. You want to look at the fundamentals of what's going on with the company. What's their cash situation? Are they investing in long-term projects? And also, are they paying a dividend? And Chevron checks off each and every one of those boxes. In fact, I'm expecting that either on the day of the announcement or prior to their earnings report, they're going to announce that they're hiking their dividend again. They're already a dividend aristocrat. They've increased their dividend, I believe, in the last 30 consecutive years. So again, it's just it's a very, very strong company.
All right. And there's so much attention being placed on alternative energy sources, clean energy, green energy, eliminating fossil fuels altogether. How does this bode for companies like Chevron? Does that become bad news for them, or what's going on?
So I always want to keep this transparent with our viewers. So I'm going to tell them that I am an investor in Chevron. And this actually is one of the reasons why. I've written about this for Market Beat. I've discussed this with some other people. I'm an all of the above kind of guy when it comes to energy and the future of where energy is going. But one of the plot lines that some investors are missing is that big oil companies are also some of the largest investors in renewable energy, and Chevron is among them. One of the areas for Chevron, they're not necessarily doing wind projects or solar projects, but they are one of the leading exporters of liquefied natural gas. Now, we don't think about liquefied natural gas that much in this country, but in Europe, they sure do. And right now, ever since the beginning of the war, of Russia's war with Ukraine, Europe has been looking to replace the amount of oil that they're getting from Russia. They're looking to heat their homes, they're looking to heat their businesses, and one of the ways they're doing is that with liquefied natural gas, and they're looking to get that supply, and Chevron's there to fill that need. And Chevron's also looking at renewable energy in terms of renewable natural gas, renewable diesel, sustainable aviation fuel. These are all areas that Chevron is committed to investing in because they believe they can add value in there. And I think that long-term adds value to the stock that maybe some investors aren't seeing.
Great insights there, Chris. I think it might be time to wrap things up. Keep an eye out for Chevron's earnings report this week to see if the company plans to increase its dividend. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay on top of our investment insights and analysis by subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell. Leave us a comment down below and let us know your thoughts on this stock. I want to leave you all with one last thing here. It's time to invest smarter, not harder. To do so, you need to be using MarketBeat's tools created with investors like you in mind. I'm willing to give you a free 30-day pass to try out MarketBeat All Access so you can see just what I'm talking about. From there, you can unlock the power of expert analysis with analyst ratings, find the best investment opportunities with our advanced stock screeners, and get a comprehensive view of any stock with our stock profile pages, and much more. Don't miss out on the next big market move. Head over to marketbeat.com right now. All right, that's all I have. Thank you again, Chris. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Laycee.